I guess never take anything for granted. Sometimes an event may seem very simple and straightforward. Oh, in, out, 30 minutes, this sub, so, one speaker and whatnot. You never know, because your mic might not work. The speaker might forget his lines and he needs your help, or the food is late. You need to stall for half an hour. One thing I learned is that almost all events doesn't go 100% as planned. So you really have to be open in your mindset, to accept that there are going to be changes, and I am expecting it already. I'm just waiting for people to tell me what are the changes, because if you're going to set your mind into, okay, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say this, and this is going to happen, and it doesn't happen, throw you off the cuff. You're going to be so lost and discombobulated. So I think, never take things for granted. Just be prepared. Plan for the best, but prepare for the worst, because anything can happen in a live event. Even in virtual events, from the Wi-Fi issue to maybe the speaker from the US hasn't unmute himself and can't really hear what he's saying. There are countless of things. So always be on your toes, never be complacent. Always research and do your homework beforehand. Like if I'm hosting a tech event or a banking event or pharma company or a lot of IR 4.0 events lately, I'm not an expert of all these topics, but really as a host, you cannot afford to know nothing about it. You need to be well-rounded, read a lot of news every day, keep abreast with the times, and really just do your homework. So if you're going to talk about tech, really go into the background of it, because when you are armed with at least some key points, you speak with confidence because you know what you're talking about. For me, even though I have experience hosting, I will be very nervous going up on stage not knowing what I'm talking about, because how am I going to convince somebody else if I'm not even convinced myself? And that is a telltale sign that you're not prepared. And I think that is bad, just unprofessional. I mean, if you're taking this craft seriously, you have to do your research. A lot of people think hosting is just going up on stage talking for 2 hours, you come back down. But no, I remember I had to host the launch of 9 bikes with Ducati, and I'm not a biker. I have zero knowledge about bikes. They just say, Julie, you need to present all 9 bikes for about half an hour and in front of hardcore enthusiasts, bikers and media. So I locked myself up in a room for 1 whole month, and 12 hours a day I'm just reading about bikes, reading about reviews, watching videos, so much so that I'm envisioning I'm riding a bike. Everything that is possible to read up about that bike, I read up about it, from the generations before, how it's created, the name of it, why they chose that name, how is it different from other bikes, people's response, people's comments, their reviews. So I think you really have to go that extra mile to do that homework. Nobody's going to teach you to do that. The event companies or the clients just give you some pointers, which is great for you to have a direction, but all else is on you, on how you can make your story better, your craft better. Being prepared and knowledgeable in whatever you're presenting gives you that confidence. Really go the extra. If you're taking this like your life, your craft, your business, your self-improvement, you have that curiosity to know everything about it, so much so that you become an expert in the subject matter, that if anybody were to ask you something about that, you will have at least an idea about it. So turn me up.